Right there. See the coat?
Yes, that's the one. She waited until everyone was asleep.
As you can see here on page 3, the arch exceeds the height restriction by nearly 2 feet.
You waited until the day of the wedding to bring this up.
Look at me.
Please don't make me go back there.
I wish I could.
Could, but you know I can't. But he'll hurt me.
What is going on here?
Mr. President, you're under arrest.
What are you talking about? This is my wedding day.
Turn around, sir.
I heard them before I saw them. 6 in the morning, coffee still dripping, folding chairs clinking open somewhere in my backyard. I shuffled to the window and stood there staring at 3 strangers in matching polo shirts arranging white reception tables on my land. I walked outside, still holding my empty mug. What exactly are you doing? The woman with the clipboard didn't look up. We're setting up for the Collins wedding reception. We have authorization from the HOA board. My name is Mark Rivers, electrician. After a divorce that took everything, I worked double shifts for 3 years just to buy a small ranch house with 2 acres in Maple Crest Estates. The wind chimes my late mother gave me hang by the back door. Sawdust from my workshop on a quiet Saturday morning was the closest thing to peace I had known in years. That peace lasted 18 months before Brenda Collins decided my backyard belonged to her. Brenda had been HOA president for 6 years. She measured lawn height with a ruler. She timed how long guests parked. She bullied 4 families out of the neighborhood in 2 years alone. 2 months after I moved in, she fined me for parking my work van in my own driveway. I paid it because I was tired. That was my first mistake. Now I watched a florist van and a catering truck pull in while a DJ asked about my power outlets. 150 guests, the planner said cheerfully. Full bar, live band, dancing until midnight. My oak trees, my property, that I had never agreed to share with anyone. I called Brenda, voice smooth and polished. Mark, your property carries a shared recreational designation per HOA covenant. If you interfere, the HOA will pursue legal action immediately. I drove to the county courthouse. My actual deed had nothing, no shared space, no community access. The document Brenda sent the wedding planner was completely fabricated. HOA letterhead, her signature, pure fiction. While I was already there, I pulled Brenda's financial records. Playground equipment paid for but never installed. Streetlights repaired on paper but never touched. $47,000 missing across 2 years of fake invoices. Then I understood what this wedding was really about. The annual financial review was 3 weeks away. Brenda had charged Emily and her fiancé $8,000 for venue rental of my property, money that went straight into Brenda's personal account. She was stealing from her own daughter to cover what she had stolen from the entire neighborhood. Emily showed up at my door at 2 in the afternoon. Wedding dress, mascara down her face. Please, Mr. Mark, 2 years of planning. Family flying in from 3 states. Just give us 1 day. A crying bride on the happiest day of her life hit somewhere real. For 30 seconds, I almost gave in. Then I looked across the street and saw Brenda standing with her arms folded, watching her daughter cry on my porch like a general watching a battle plan execute. She had sent Emily to do what she couldn't do herself. That was the moment I knew exactly who I was dealing with. Friday night, Brenda came to my door with an envelope of cash and told me to find somewhere more suited to my lifestyle. When I refused, her voice went cold. I will make living here so expensive you will beg to leave. My security cameras caught every word. Saturday morning, police knocked on my door. Brenda had filed a vandalism report claiming I scratched her car overnight. Officer, I said, my van has GPS, and my cameras cover the street both directions. We pulled the logs right there. Van hadn't moved, then we watched the footage. At 12:17 in the morning, Brenda Collins walked down the street carrying a small bag, glanced toward my house, then walked straight to her own car. She vandalized her own vehicle and tried to frame me for it. The wedding went ahead that afternoon, 50 guests, proper permits, string quartet under my oak trees, Emily and her husband finally looking peaceful. At 4:15, Brenda stormed in and grabbed the microphone. A detective standing quietly among the guests stepped forward. Brenda Collins, you are under arrest for embezzlement, insurance fraud, and filing a false police report. The backyard went still. Oak leaves moved. Then Brenda screamed about conspiracy while the detective walked her through the guests in handcuffs, past everyone she had stolen from. The neighbors stayed. They danced. They wrapped their arms around Emily and turned something broken into something worth remembering. 3 months later, 18 months prison, full restitution, license gone, McMansion sold. The wind chimes my mother gave me are still by the back door. They were singing that morning when strangers set up tables under my oak trees. They are singing right now. Some things were never for sale.